It's that time of the year again where we all theorize how every team in the NFL is going to be, and then they will just massively disappoint us just like they always do. Unless you're Bengals fans. You guys went to the Super Bowl. What is up, everyone? What is going on? My name is Matthew Langer. I'm the football boss, and it is time that I give you my NFL predictions about where I think each team is going to be in their division. I'm not going to be giving out records, though. I'm just going to be saying, like, okay, for example, I think the Falcons are going to win the division, and the Buccaneers are going to be in last place. One can only hope. Now, before I get into stuff, if you hear some background noise, it's the fan over there. It's a little warm out, a little warmer for my taste. So, yeah, I got a fan right there. I'm not sure if you're going to hear it or not. You might if I don't say anything. But, yeah, that's just a bit of an update. Okay, let's get on into it, though. Let's first go to the NFC. I'm hoping to put this video out on Monday, though the AFC is going to come out on Friday. I'm sure you guys are going to be very excited for that because I'm going to be talking about the AFC West, and trust me, I have a lot of thoughts on that. So let's first start off with the NFC side of things. It's just going to be NFC predictions up. We're just going to be going division by division. I'm going to be going from what I think the worst team is to the best team, and I'm going to say my reasons why. And just know that even though I say your favorite team or your least favorite team is going to be in a certain position, though, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I think I said the Bengals were going to win like 5 games last year, and they went to the Super Bowl. So they were just like, what does this idiot know? Plus, who in the world thought the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl anyway? Okay, so let's get right on to it. Let's start off with the NFC West, my division. Number 4, you know it. It's going to be the Seahawks. Yeah, I would love the Seahawks to win the division, but let's be honest, it's not going to happen. We were in last place with Russell Wilson. What are we going to do without Russell Wilson? Now, as of right now, it does look like Geno Smith is beating Drew Lock out for that number 1 spot. I do hope Drew Lock does get the number 1 spot. We signed DK Metcalf. That was good. Overall, I think our offense is actually pretty good. Hear me out. I mean, you got Metcalf, you got Lockett, you got Noah Fant. We signed Will Dissly for some reason. Got Penny. We got Walker. Chris Carson retired. So sorry, my man. And we should have a better offensive line since we actually invested in something. It's just that the thing that most people are really concerned about, and understandably so, is of course the quarterback situation. Which, if I had to put my money somewhere, I would say our quarterbacks are not going to be very good, which ultimately means we're not going to be very good. And yeah, our defense. Although I don't think our defense was as bad as what some people say it was last year, because it did put up some good performances and it was able to hold its own for some times. But overall, it still really wasn't that good. We did fire Ken Norton, which was a must. But yeah, it does not look like we're going to be very good next year. Honestly, I think we might have a top 5 pick. But then again, maybe that's not a bad thing, because then we can go get our new quarterback then. Number 3. I have the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the thing about the Cardinals is I don't think they're a bad team. I just don't think they're a very good team, though. I mean, there are some problems with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, though. Cliff Kingsbury, no one really has a lot of faith in him, though. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins is going to be suspended for this first 6 games. Their defense, even though it was actually pretty good at times last year, I think it's really going to regress because you lost Chandler Jones. You didn't replace him, though. Secondary is still a little bit weak. I'm not sure what's going up with Budda Baker at all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's fine. I don't know. But I do remember he got carted off, though. I do feel bad for him, though. But, yeah, the Cardinals are not really in a good spot, though. I mean, I think they can make the playoffs, though. I think they can maybe sneak in as the number 7 seed. But besides that, I just don't think they're going to be very good. And honestly, in my opinion, I think they're going to regress and miss the playoffs, though. Number 2, I have the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the 49ers are a tricky team for me. They have said that they are going to be going with Trey Lance, which is a smart idea, though. Not for me. I give Jimmy G an extension. Jimmy G stay with the 49ers forever, though. Jimmy G has not been released at this moment, though. Or at least not that I know of, though. And the 49ers, I honestly think they could win the division with Trey Lance. That may sound crazy. You might say, oh, well, the Rams, they won the Super Bowl. They got even better. And I will say, yes, that is very true. I'll talk about the Rams a little bit. Obviously, I have them at number 1. But the thing with the 49ers is Trey Lance can do it. Trey Lance can be good. He's got George Kittle. He's got a great offensive line. He's got Brandon Ayuk. Hopefully Samuel will come back. If not, that's okay. They always have a good run game, though. Trey Lance is a very good dual threat quarterback, though. It's just, can he do that to the NFL level? That defense was one of the hottest defense in the playoffs last year. Shut down the Cowboys, shut down the Packers, shut down the Rams for 3 quarters, though. I don't see any way, shape, or form that defense regresses. Oh, crap. But it's really all going to be about Trey Lance. Unless Trey Lance absolutely shits the bed, I don't think the 49ers are going to miss the playoffs. So I think the 49ers are still going to be just as good. I think it's just really going to depend about Trey Lance, though. And let's not forget, the 49ers swept the Rams last year. Since the Rams won 12 games and the 49ers won 9 games, 49ers win a couple more of those games, they probably take the division over the Rams. It's really just going to depend on Trey Lance. And then number 1, I mean, I don't think that's really much of a surprise. You have the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, the Rams, they are going to be good again. They didn't really lose much. People were like, oh no, they're going all in. The cap is going to be too high for them. They're not going to be able to force it. Well, they lost Von Miller, and yeah, that's about it, though. Now, I believe Odell Beckham isn't on the team right now. Of course, some status is up with him with his torn ACL. But yeah, let's replace Odell Beckham and Robert Woods with Allen Robinson. Joy. We have a linebacker now, Bobby Wagner. Great. Matthew Stafford, yes, well, he did throw a lot of interceptions, though, still was very, very good. They should have Cam Akers is going to be back, though. He's going to be able to run the ball a little bit more than usual, though. And Cooper Kupp had one of the best wide receiver years ever, though. I don't see him regressing. He could maybe even hit 2,000 yards this time. Yeah, the Rams are going to be good again. I don't see any way, shape, or form, unless Trey Lance is like God in man flesh for the 49ers. Please no. Yeah, the Rams are going to win the division. So, brief it up a little bit, though. Seahawks number 4, Cardinals number 3, 49ers number 2, and then the Rams number 1, although I do hope the Seahawks are number 1 and everyone else is in dead last. Won't happen, but one can only hope. Now let's go to the NFC North. This is definitely one of the weaker divisions in the NFL. Number 4, I actually have the Chicago Bears. Now, this isn't trying to say, oh, Justin Fields is going to suck. I'm not saying I don't believe in Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields as a player, though. I think he can be good. It's just that I don't like anything on the Bears. I mean, they lost Khalil Mack, so their defense is obviously going to regress. Their defense even struggled last year anyway. They lost Allen Robinson. Their offensive line is still garbage. You got David Montgomery, but I don't have a lot of faith with him behind the offensive line. You have Darnell Mooney, who's good. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I just don't think the Bears are going to be very good. I mean, I think Justin Fields can be good, but if Justin Fields isn't going to be good, or he's just going to be riddled by injuries, or the rest of the team is just going to hold him back, though, oh, the Bears are going to be bad. They are going to be very, very bad. Could they be worse than the Seahawks? I don't know, maybe. You don't have to play them. Don't have to worry about Nick Foles anymore. Then number 3, I have the Detroit Lions. I think everyone knew I was going to put the Lions number 3. This is kind of one where most people are going to be like, yeah, Lions in last, Bears third, or the other way around. Yeah, the Lions, they are still not going to be very good, though. I think they can improve. I think they can definitely pull off some upsets, though. I mean, hell, they beat the Vikings last year, and then they played close with the Packers for the first half, though. Maybe... Nah, probably not. Yeah, I mean, the Lions, they still have Jared Goff, but their wide receiver core is a lot better now. You got Jameson Williams. Of course, he's coming off that torn ACL, but be aware of him. I think you got to look out for him in his sophomore year. This year, I mean, of course, he's still going to be kind of coming off of that. He's got Jared Goff, though. I do think the Lions should be in a good position to draft a quarterback next year. Of course, the quarterback draft class should be better, though. But, yeah, the Lions are definitely going to be very good. Or, actually, I think the Lions can be good in a couple years, though. But right now, there's still going to be some growing pains. They did get Aiden Hutchinson. That was good, though. Defense is still a little weak, though. Offense is still a little weak. But I don't think the Lions are awful, though. They're going to get number 3. And then number 2, I have the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, the Vikings are going to make the playoffs this year. And I'm like, number 1, we say that every year. They've only made the playoffs once, under Kirk Cousins. And that's really not very good, especially with the money that they pay him, though. Now, I will say I don't think the Vikings are going to be an awful team. They should sweep the Bears. Maybe they take one against the Lions, or they'll lose on the final play again. They might take one against the Packers, though. But the Vikings are such a difficult team to predict, though, because they're not a bad team. They're just not a good team that I see as a legitimate threat, though. Yes, they have a lot of players. Justin Jefferson's amazing. Dalvin Cook is really good. Adam Thielen, I think, is a very good number 2 receiver. Kirk Cousins, he's always had good stats. If anyone's saying Kirk Cousins is a bad quarterback, though, no, you are dead wrong. He's so inconsistent. That's the problem, though. Kirk Cousins could absolutely torch that Packers defense, which he did, which was one of the best defenses in the NFL last year, and then he absolutely craps the bed on Monday Night Football and plays terrible. I think I spit. Whoops. And that's the tricky thing about Kirk Cousins is sometimes he's really good and sometimes he's really bad. If you put him against a really good team, though, I do get a little worrisome, though. They do have to play the AFC East, though. I'll talk more about that later, though. There are some contenders and some good teams in that division, though. Of course, you have the Packers, though. What division do they have to play? I believe they have to play the East, which I'll talk about in a little bit, though. There's some good teams in the East, though. There's a chance the Vikings could struggle against some of those teams. They'll probably crank at about 8 to 7 wins, but I don't think it's going to be enough for the playoffs. And then number 1, yeah, this is clearly obvious. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers. Yes, the Packers lost Devontae Adams, and they're having some injuries with their wide receivers right now. But come on, you still have Aaron Rodgers. Their offensive line should be better with David Bakhtiari coming back. You still have that ferocious run game. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. That should still be good. That Packers defense, I think it's going to be a top 5 defense next year. That defense looks loaded. It looks so good. And while the Packers do have some tough competition, though, I just don't see any way, shape, or form the Bears, Lions, or Vikings are able to take out the Packers. Maybe the Vikings split with the Packers, though. Maybe the Packers lose a Week 18 game because it's Week 18, and sometimes I don't really have to play all their starters, though. But I just don't see any way, shape, or form the Packers lose this division, though. Will they get the top seed? I don't think so. But then again, I said that last year, and they got the top seed. It's okay, Packers. You'll still lose in the playoffs once again. So, just to quickly brief you on that, though, we had the Bears at number 4, Lions at number 3, Vikings at number 2, and the Packers at number 1. Now let's go to the NFC East. We have the New York Giants at number 4. I've seen a lot of people say the Giants are going to get number 3 in the division, and I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I just don't see any way, shape, or form you were able to succeed with Daniel Jones. That offensive line, it got better. You drafted Evan Neal. Good job. Andrew Thomas was pretty good. The offensive line should be better, though. But Daniel Jones has shown nothing to me that he can actually be good. Saquon Barkley had a fantastic rookie year, and he's just been riddled by injuries ever since. I'm questioning him about whether he's going to stay healthy or not. Kenny Galladay, Kadarius Toney, I don't know. I mean, I just don't really have a lot of faith in that, though. Did the Giants have a phenomenal first round? Yes, I think they did. I think they had a good offseason. Firing Dave Gettleman was a must. But it's the fact that you still have Daniel Jones. He hasn't shown to me that he can actually be a good quarterback, though. Could he break out and have a good year this year? Yes. But I'm also like, he just hasn't shown it yet. And that's my problem, though. And playing Washington, playing the Cowboys, the Eagles, though, it does not give me a lot of faith that the Giants can be good. So unfortunately, I have them in last. Number 3, I have the Washington Commanders. Well, they definitely won't be commanding their division, though. The Commanders are a very tricky team. Did they get rid of Taylor Heineke? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But you replaced him with Carson Wentz. No. That defense, of course, really, really regressed, except when you guys played us. But could that defense bounce back? I mean, I think Chase Young could bounce back, but I'm kind of struggling to have faith in the rest of the defense, though. And just as I said, I think the Eagles and Cowboys are better than them. And the problem about Carson Wentz is that he's not a bad quarterback, though. He put up plays with the Colts that made me think, wow, this is 2017 Carson Wentz again. And then he put up plays that I was like, really? Why would you do that? That's stupid. Of course, he had that very embarrassing collapse of last year against the Jaguars. The Washington is a team that I think could be good against some teams, could be good against a weaker competition, play amazing against them. But it's like you put them against, just as I said, these other two teams in the division, though. They got to play the Packers. Who else do they got to play? I think they got to play the 49ers or something. That's where I go, no, I don't have a lot of faith in them. And that is unfortunately what I think about Washington. Number 2, we got America's team. This is America, people. Captain America. The Dallas Cowboys. I know everyone loves to hate on the Cowboys. I hate on them too. I don't hate on Dak. I like Dak. But the Cowboys did not have a very good offseason. Let's be blatantly honest, though. Yeah, you lost Amari Cooper for pennies on the dollar. Actually, it was mostly a 5th-round pick. They lost some pieces on the offensive line. You signed Michael Gallup, but I don't even think Michael Gallup is going to be ready for season. You still have Ezekiel Elliott. And I don't know. I'm not sure about the Cowboys. They still should be good. I think they are a playoff contender. I just don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. I don't think they contend for the division. The offense, I think the offense should still be fine. Dak is still a good quarterback, though. I think he will still have some amazing games, though. When Michael Gallup comes back, I think he'll be good. CeeDee Lamb, I think he's gonna have an amazing year. That run game, I think should still be good. The offensive line definitely lost some pieces, though. But it's because you lost the pieces and that the Eagles got better. That's really what's really pulling me back for the Cowboys. Now, I will say, I think that Cowboys defense is a sneaky top 10 defense. Though. I mean, Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, Marcus Lawrence, you got Dan Quinn leading it, though. I believe in Dan Quinn when he's leading a defense. You put him in a head coaching position, I'm a little worrisome about that, though. But I think the Cowboys could still make the playoffs, though. I still think they're going to be a good team. I don't think they're going to be awful by any means. But I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. But it's okay. They'll still go 1-10. How about them Cowboys? And then we got number 1. You got the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I will say this is all depending on Jalen Hurts, though. The Eagles have a good defense, have a good offensive line. Their receiving core, oh boy. They got a good receiving core. You got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith, you got Dallas Goedert, you got Miles Sanders, you got Jalen Reagor, but we're just going to treat Jalen Reagor like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Reagor. Yeah, I think the Eagles can actually be pretty good in this year. Now, of course, it's depending on about Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is a good, not great quarterback, but could he improve? Could he take that third step? If he takes that third step, if he's able to put in a very good season, oh boy. The Eagles are going to be a scary team. They are not going to be fun to play against. I think that defense is good. I think the offense is good. It's all going to be about Jalen Hurts. Refreshing a little bit, though. Giants at number 4. Washington number 3. Dallas number 2. And the Eagles number 1. Now let's go to the last division in the NFC South. Number 4. Okay, let's mouse. It's the Atlanta Falcons. Could the Atlanta Falcons be one of the worst teams in the NFL? Yes. Yes, they are. That defense is terrible. That offense, well, you lost Matt Ryan. And Calvin Ridley suspended for a whole year. Falcons, they're going to have a bad year. Could they have the number 1 overall pick? Quite possible. Yeah, we're going to move on. They're going to be bad. Number 4, I have the Carolina Panthers. Now, I will say, before the Panthers traded for Baker Mayfield, I think they could contend with the Falcons, though. But, yeah, they traded for Baker Mayfield, and, yeah, the Panthers are going to get number 3 in the division, though. Now, the Panthers are another tricky team. They did upgrade the offensive line. Good job. Christian McCaffrey, he'll play for a couple games, and then he'll get injured again. You do have Robbie Anderson. You got DJ Moore still. Offensive line should be good. They still have a young defense. Maybe the defense is able to finally put it together a little bit. But the Panthers, I think maybe they could pull some upsets. I mean, against some of the lesser teams, but in general, I don't think the Panthers are going to be very good. They'll probably crank out about 6 to 7 wins, or they'll win 5 games for the third straight year. But yeah, this should be the last year of Matt Rule. I'm kind of predicting him being fired. Then, number 2, I have the New Orleans Saints. Now, if you have been paying attention to some of my other videos, I've actually been hyping up the Saints a little bit. Now, I don't think the Saints are going to be like a Super Bowl contender or anything, but, I mean, obviously I have them being second in the division, though. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Saints are able to take out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The reason why I say that is the Saints, Jameis Winston actually wasn't that bad when he was actually playing, though. He finished with a little over 1,000 yards, finished with 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Honestly, that's better than 30 for 30, though. And plus, the last time he played a full season, he led the NFL in passing yards and was second in touchdown passes. That's really good, except he threw 30 interceptions. Yeah, that'd be nice if he threw 3 interceptions, though. He threw 30 interceptions. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Well, Michael Thomas, he's finally back. You got Chris Olave. He's a deep threat. Man, I think he could have a good year. You got Jarvis Landry. They have 3 wide receivers that I have faith in. And Jameis Winston was able to do this with... Wait, who was their leading receiver again? Oh yeah, Tre'Quan Smith. Has he ever hit 500 yards in a season? Yeah. The offensive line, I still think should be good. Of course, there are questions about Alvin Kamara, though. But you know what? Alvin Kamara should at least play a little this year. You got Taysom Hill. I know people are gonna laugh about that. Taysom Hill is a very dangerous gadget player. You put him at the starter. Okay, I don't really have a lot of faith in him. But yeah, he can throw the ball a couple times a game. He can run the ball. He can catch. Yeah, he's dangerous though. Jameis Winston, if you're gonna have a breakout year, it has to be this year. I think the Saints could be very good. I didn't even talk about the defense. That defense should still be good. Oh, boo-hoo, we lost Marcus Williams. Well, you got Tyrann Mathieu. Good job. Yeah, Saints, they might actually be pretty good this year. Could they make the playoffs? I think they can. But number 1, yeah, of course you got to go Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, we thought we got rid of you, and then you just go, you know what? My family sucks. I'm coming back to the NFL. I have unfinished business. What unfinished business do you have? You hold every passing record. You have the most Super Bowls. What unfinished business do you have? Never mind. We're not here to talk about that. Yeah, the Buccaneers, they're going to be good. They should be good. Chris Godwin's coming back. Mike Evans is coming back. Rob won't, but you know what? You got Kyle Rudolph, so watch. He'll have a breakout year now. Yeah, you got Russell Gage. You got Julio Jones. Yeah, you're pissed off, Falcons fans. That defense hopefully should be better, though. Secondary's a little bit weak, though, but you know what? They got the number 2 seed last year, and I think they could be even better next year. The Buccaneers, they got a tougher schedule, though, which is nice. Yeah, they're going to be good. But hey, let me know what you think down below in the comment section, though. Actually, wait a minute. Hang on. Actually, yes, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. But kind of rehashing this out a little bit, that we got the Falcons at number 4, Panthers at number 3, Saints at number 2, and the Buccaneers at number 1. We're going to be talking about the AFC West for me in just a little bit, though. But yeah, you guys will see that video on Friday, though. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about the AFC because the boys is loaded. Yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comment section, though. Who do you think is going to win each of the divisions, though? Please say the Seahawks are going to win the division. Let me know what you think. You can follow me on Facebook, MATTHWALEININGER. And I will see you guys next time. See ya. Bye.